turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Woo! Let's get it. Y'all know I always gotta turn up after a win real quick, family. Y'all know I gotta turn up after a win, baby. Y'all know how I get down. It's the Dub Club. Y'all see the smile on my face. Y'all see the smile on my face, baby. We are the Dub Club tonight, baby. I got a Murray jersey solution. I got a Murray jersey, dog. I bought my Murray jersey the same day we traded for him. I went and bought the jersey. I got the DeJounte jersey, dog. I got. Let me give you my spiel. Then y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to drop the link. And I need people to come up here and talk to me tonight about what we just saw. I need somebody to come talk to me from what we just saw. Okay, let me give you my spiel. Matter of fact, let me go ahead. I'm going to drop the link. Excuse me. Let me get my link up. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all know how we get down on We Talk Hawks TV, baby. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all come up here. You get your 1 minute. Your 1 minute spiel. Say how you feel. After everybody goes, I bring everybody on the chat. And then we talk about it as a group. Okay? So let me drop the link. Y'all follow the link, man. I'm going to bring you on. You say your 1 minute spiel. Let me pull up my stats. Ooh, what? I already have my stats available. I'm on it today, man. I'm on it today, family. Let me pull up my stats. Y'all know I like to go over the stats right at the end of the game. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick, family. Hopefully y'all can see the stats. Let me tell you the first thing that hits me off all these stats. Y'all know what I'm gonna go to. I go to it every night. Shooting percentage. Shooting percentage for the Hawks tonight. We shot 56% from the field, 36% from the three. 10 for 28 from three. Okay? Like I said the other night, guys, we don't need to shoot 30, 35 three-pointers a night. One, because we're not good at it. Okay? But I do understand that you do have to shoot the three in today's NBA to keep defenses honest. I understand that. What I'm saying is we don't have to shoot 35, 43s. Because we're not good at it. Let's invest our money in a space where we're actually good, which is shooting that mid-range. And when we do get into the paint, my guys finishing or getting to the line. The only stat that I really don't like is we only went to the line 14 times. Now you can say I was watching the game. I had the watch along going, guys. I'm watching the game. I seen Jalen Johnson attack the basket about 4 times. He got no call. None. So let me see. Well, I guess you could say it's fair across the board. Denver only got 13 attempts, and they got Jamal Murray and the MVP. And they only got 13 attempts. I don't like this 64% from the free throw line. We're a better free throw shooting team than this. We're usually around the 80% mark. But when you're shooting 56% from the field, okay, and guess what else? Guess what else we did very well? 12 turnovers. We only had 12 turnovers. They had 15 turnovers. They had 0 blocks. So if you was watching the watch along, you heard me say that. Denver has no shot blockers. There's no reason why you shouldn't attack the paint. And if you go back and watch, Jokic don't even jump. Jokic doesn't even jump. You got to attack that basket, man. Okay. I'm done with my spiel because I see we got people ready to give their thoughts about this game tonight. And I don't want to hear no freaking slander. But I know somebody gonna come up here and try to put some shit on Nate McMillan. But there ain't shit you can say about Nate tonight. Nothing. Let's start with my boy Dre. What's good, my guy?
What's going on?
What took you so long to get on the show, my guy?
Man, I be out there dashing a lot sometimes when the show be going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just a note, I was following on the radio and then ESPN Gamecast, so I didn't actually watch the game on television.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to start some shit though. I'm sorry.
Start that.
It's funny how all of a sudden everybody got a shot in the ass in this game without a certain player to be named. You know, I hate to use a Harry Potter Lord Voldemort reference, but thou shalt not be named was not on the bench tonight. Okay.
Listen, man. What got me was he wasn't even on the bench. Like I think that to me, I like I was saying in the watch along. Unless I got into a physical altercation with somebody on the team, I'ma still come to the team and support the team from the bench.
Yeah. No, they said his ass home.
Now he must have been running his mouth, and when they don't even want you on the bench.
Yeah, you know who started the shit. So that's.
I mean, I knew who started, but to me it didn't make sense because from what I see, obviously I'm on the outside looking in. From what I see, Nate McMillan let Trey do whatever. I mean, he blow him off and shit, but I mean, I guess maybe being on the outside looking in ain't.
And Nate stopped that shit and sent it at home. So that's just what it was. Then somebody said he was out with a shoulder injury. Yeah, right. It's a shoulder couldn't sit on the bench. Really?
Yeah, that's why I said. That's when I figured out he had to be the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who went above the chain of command? But it's all good, man. It's all good.
And then, but I'm gonna say this and get off. It's sure. I was looking on the red. That ball movement sure was crisp tonight for some reason.
You saw the ball moving. You saw players moving around, and you also saw. Like me, analysts, and Mike was on the show discussing the effort that we saw on the defensive side of the ball. You know,
right? It just seems that everybody had a nice little fire to them tonight. You know what I'm saying?
But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong now. I ain't getting rid of Trey Young.
Oh no,
I ain't getting rid of his ass. Don't get me wrong now. But I hope Trey
was watching
this game, and like we were saying in the chat. These boys can win without him. And they didn't. And this one, the Rockets. This is the number 2 team in the West. Fully with all they dudes.
I mean Nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah. I don't know. What did I say?
Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I said this isn't the Rockets.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't the Rockets. But let me bring my boy on.
All right, man.
I'm gonna bring analysts on. If you gotta leave, thanks for tapping in tonight. Just hang out in the back room because once everybody go, I bring everybody back on the show.
Oh yeah, I'm head out.
Okay, my guy.
I don't want to put my spiel in. You know, I ain't watched the game, so I can't really, give a real full analysis.
Don't worry. My boy Rashad do it all the time. He don't even watch the game, and he got 10-minute analysis on shit he ain't even seen the game.
All right, boy.
All right, my guy.
All right.
Hey, you know that's true right there, Rashad.
Oh, man, I ain't going to you. Let me go to somebody else. You was with me. Somebody else. Don't go nowhere though, Adams. All right. Because I already got pretty much of your opinion. Let me get somebody who won't in the show. Just don't go nowhere. My homie Mike up in the building.
Yo. Yo, what up, man?
What's your thoughts?
I
What's your thoughts, my guy? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to say. I'm waiting.
say I just came to be messy. That's all it was, man. I just wanted to come mess with folks and just talk. You know what I mean? Because I mean, yeah. I've came enough. I mean, you already know where I basically position and stand and everything like that, man. Yeah. There was no quote unquote plays being ran. It was same system, same stuff or whatever. We seen it multiple times. I think we might be undefeated in these type situations in this year so far. Yeah, it's a small sample size, but all the complaints people have tend to disappear when you know what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just when Trey doesn't play, it's just simple as that, man. I mean, and it's not just Trey either, man. It's just the game, bro. Because like I was watching the Mavs and Pistons the other day and everything like that. I was like, damn. I was like, the Mavericks suck. I was like, Luka shoot every shot. Like he knew everything for them. Like this is horrible. Like it's just bad to watch and everything. But at least I feel like we got a better team outside of like what Luka has. Honestly, it's just a matter of everybody playing and us everybody doing them. But also too, I think people like un I don't know why, but they tend to defer to Trey. You know what I'm saying? Kevin did it horribly. We know this. We talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I hate to bring up Kevin Herter, but hey, I'm gonna do it until this season over with and I'll move on. But Kevin, his deferring self extra deferred when being along Trey. You know what I'm saying? I think I was talking about it here with you and I was telling Matt, because Matt keep talking about Travis players. He wants Jalen Johnson to play the point forward, this and that. And what I say, dudes got to do them, man. When JJ got the ball plenty of times or whatever, he just give the ball back to the point guard and stuff. No, JJ, get the rebound and play like AJ Griffin does. AJ Griffin does him. AJ Griffin gonna shoot that hole. He get the ball, he looking to make a play. JJ came out and he was aggressive tonight. He looked to make a play. He didn't automatically hand the ball over to DeJounte Murray. He pushed the ball down the court quite a few times and made plays and everything. I mean, he still could have been a little bit even more aggressive than what he was, but he did him. He played his game. I like Vit. You know what I'm saying? I wish that he could, but he ain't no shooter. He do stuff that you're not gonna always show up a lot of times and everything like that. Like he did one thing with Double O. It was a quick little drive to the bucket. He kicked the Double O. Double O knocked down the shot, but he the type of player like he passed it, but he also after passing it stood there and made sure he set a pick to ensure that Double O is just like wide open and nobody's gonna contest that shot. Like I said, he's just that type of player. Culver, if Culver can shoot a shot again, we see that. If Culver can shoot a jump shot, man, he wouldn't be here. Basically, he'll still be with the team that drafted him. Culver, yeah, if he can shoot, I say trade DeAndre Hunter. But at the same time, watching Culver just give the effort on the boards, it's like, why the hell? I mean, you bring it up all the time, but why the hell are you such a poor rebounder, DeAndre Hunter? Like, it makes no sense for you to be a poor rebounder, But I hate John Collins got hurt because I think John Collins would have an awesome game tonight. He's been playing well the last few games, got back to being that aggressive way. If we can get all of our players to be like Bogey, DJ, and AJ or whatever, we get JJ like that, JC on a consistent basis, whoever else you throw in there, to not defer to Trey and to play the game or whatever, and know that they too can read off the actions and make their stuff, whatever. It ain't just, hey, Trey, here, give the ball or whatever. Because like I said, I personally don't think it's Nate. Everybody keeps saying Nate. Like Nate be telling these niggas what to do. He tell them what to do, what you should do, this and that, and whatever. I fall back, man. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, all right, my guy. Hey, don't go nowhere, man. I definitely need you around when everybody come on, man. We on Ticket. Ticket, talk to me, my guy. What you saw tonight? What's this say, Nate? Nate Mick mother freaking Millen.
Bruh, I'm going to tell you what they said. They said we can't beat the good teams.
Wait, who was they? Who was they? I need a name.
All them motherfuckers. All of them. Matt, analysts, anybody else. They said we couldn't beat the good team. Is this a good team? Is this a good team? Is this a good team?
Hey, they the number 2 team in the West, baby.
Nate put on I'm gonna use Matt word. Nate put on a master class tonight.
Masterclass, dog.
Master class. He had 3 starters out. That man went back. You know them two. When you got a toolbox, right, Matt? I mean, Demar. You got a toolbox, right?
Yeah,
You know them. You know, at the bottom of the toolbox, you know them little tools that's rusted up that you ain't used in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And then you need some shit, and you dig it up, and then you're like, oh shit, this shit actually works. That bruh. Nate fits him some shit tonight, boy. Motherfucking masterpiece, bruh. Hey, I tell you, I'm on their ass tonight. I'm on their ass.
Hey, I bet you can't wait for everybody to come on the chat.
I'm on their ass tonight. Bring them motherfuckers in.
Oh man! All right, let me swing them. We got Matt. We're gonna go Matt, then John. No, I mean Juan, Matt, John, and White Mike.
All right.
All right. We got. Let me go to my guy Juan. What's good, my guy? Talk to me, man.
What's up, man? First off, I'm address what Gerald said. I ain't giving Nate that much credit, man, because that talent been sitting there on the bench for the whole season. It just so happened by default. By default, they played.
Juan, you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off. Let me get this up. Give me your thoughts. I think Nate don't play them other dudes. I think it's politics behind the scenes, bro.
Yes.
It's no way these dudes got this much talent and they getting minimum burn. I mean, they getting bare, and then they can't even do nothing when they is on the court.
Exactly.
I think it's got to be more than just, hey, Nate don't want to play these guys. It's more than that.
So in addressing my 60-second spiel of the game, great team win. I think DeJounte was the leader. Obviously, he said, follow the leader, and then AJ jumped on as well. It's like, all right, I got your back. So we had two primary scorers and go to tonight. You know what I mean? He had a good flow between those two. AJ picked up Trey's point total while he's out and shot it efficiently too. I put in Chauncey's live that AJ's already a better shooter than Hunter. And no, I'm not saying get rid of Hunter. I'm just saying it's great to have that firepower off the bench. Great to have Bogey back. I think he was excited. He shot a lot of shots, didn't make a lot of shots, but it's good for him to get the field back of the game, get his legs underneath him. Capella did all he could to hold up against Jokic, man. Jokic is a low, bro. He had 17 points in the third quarter. I thought he was gonna get it going and eventually just take over the game, but then we kind of subsided that by making big shots. JJ with a double-double. Jared Culver, look, man. He knows he can't shoot like Mike was saying. He made 1 3 tonight. I think it was by pure luck. But he made all the hustle energy plays. Every other team that be doing that crap to us, we had ours tonight with Jared Culver. That's 2 games in a row, by the way, where he was a plus 15, man. A plus 15. He had the highest plus minus on the team tonight because he just being there, getting rebounds, taking it to the basket, doing all the things we wish some of our guys would do, man. Great team win. Like I said, overall, I thought we really stepped up 2-0 without Trey. I'm not going to dwell on that. We don't need Trey, you know what I mean? But it's just good to see the ball move and not have everyone defers to Trey when he's out on the court. That's all I got for right now.
All righty, bring it on, Matt. Matt, talk to me, man. What you saw tonight, my guy?
The only good thing, well, I won't say only good thing. The only thing I take from what Mike and Gerald said was the talent on the team. That was it. I mean, and the credit to that goes to Travis for drafting and acquiring these players. No, I'm sorry. The only positive thing I take from what they said, or correct thing I take from what they said, is we ran no sets. We still ran no plays, which is true. We did not. It was
you know what? But you know what? That make that argument even worse. Now we went out there with minimum talent, ran, according to you, ran no plays, and we led the whole game except for like 30 seconds.
Demar, you can have good. We shot the ball pretty well tonight. I mean, tonight I don't have to look it up.
We don't shoot that well when Trae Young is playing. We don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think tonight was probably our best shooting game of the season, or probably that other game that Trae missed. But so the ball did move more. You had more. Well, the ball moved more in spurts. I'll put it that way. It was more ball movement in segments of the game. Also, segments of the game in that third quarter. It was also more isolation heavy.
We didn't play that much ISO tonight.
No, not as much as we normally do, by no means, but it was still there. It was still there. Yeah, it was still there. Yeah. So I give credit to Travis for putting this team together. And for Nate, I mean, I don't think you should get credit for doing the bare minimum, for doing your job. Like,
nah, he doing.
I don't think you should get credit. I don't think you should get credit for that. That's why you get a paycheck.
Come on, man.
Damon, if you go to work every day,
my guy.
Damon, if you go to work every day and do your job, nobody's gonna say, Damon, you did a great job.
I would give you that credit if this was the Orlando Magic. Bro, you don't go against the number 2 team. Bro, we played the number 2 team in East with all their players. We went out there, bro. Nate McMillan went out there -3 starters. You starting a guy on a 2-way contract. You starting a guy in Jericho who can't even shoot.
Right.
But he knows. Right. Let me tell you something though. But he knows what he's good at. He good at attacking the basket, at rebounding. He just don't sit out there shooting that stupid shit like John Collins do when he keeps shooting them stupid ass threes.
I'll ask Gerald, because I didn't hear you say at the beginning, Damon, but I'll ask Gerald or Mike, what exactly are you giving Nate credit for? Like, what did you see that he did that was different from another game?
Wait, so you're gonna really sit here and tell me a professional head coach minus 3 starters didn't have to game plan with his staff?
I mean, okay, what I'm saying, okay, Damon, I guess what I'm saying is like,
bro, you can't sit here and
on
like
defense. I did see some things on defense. They trapped the ball. I did see some things on defense, but
you ever seen that picture of Black Jesus when he be like this?
I'm just saying, Damon, I didn't. Maybe okay.
Nate gets 0 credit.
No. I didn't say he gets 0 credit. I just said the majority. I'll give Nate 30%. I'll give Nate 30%. I'll give Murray 50%. I'll give Nate 30%, and I'll give Travis 20%. I'll give Travis.
Listen, we could win the title right now, and you're gonna find something wrong with it.
No, Damon. It's not. The team is very talented. We all knew the team was talented. It's about whether we have the right coach to maximize this. Is this consistent?
Do we have the right players that's starting?
But you saw tonight we got talent.
Have you asked that question? How come we got talent? Why are we struggling with a $200 million point guard, $125 million power forward? We just gave our small forward $95 million. Why are we still struggling? Because the coach just put on a master class tonight.
Well, Damon, I'll say this. I know I'm at my minutes. I'll say this. Nate, and then I'll get what y'all when everybody join. I believe Nate does more with less. He's the little engine that could. If you give him just a little bit of talent, he can overachieve. But if you give him too much talent, he underachieves. He's that little engine that could.
Well, let me get to John because Ticket just waiting to get in this group thing. He waiting.
I know.
Ticket waiting. Let me go and run through it. So we got John coming up next, and we going to White Mike, and then Point just popped in. So Point, you're gonna go after White Mike. What's good, Mr. John? Wait, hold up. Shout out John, not driving tonight. He's in he in the recliner.
Great job.
Salute to John, not living and driving. What's up, man? Talk to me,
now
dog.
that's a crime now. Is that a crime now?
Talk to me, man. What you think about the game tonight, man?
When I tell y'all that a duck can pull a truck, hook the duck up, wish him luck, and put some gas in the truck, they shot they natural behind off tonight. They were shooting, and see, shooting like that, I don't ever want to hear, and I don't ever want to see no mess that I've seen for these past few games here. I don't ever want to see that. And this bench mob. Now let me tell y'all something. what needs to happen is that if the starters don't have it, take all of them out and put the bench mob in. Did you see what these dudes did tonight?
I watched the whole game, man. We did a watch along. I watched it.
Yeah, and it wasn't a situation where you're plugging this person in and then you're plugging that person in. You had the entire bench mob there with DeJounte, with Murray. Okay. There were complaints going on talking about he couldn't shoot the three-pointer. Stop shooting the three-pointer. The man was killing it from three-point. Okay? He was killing it from three-point. I mean, tonight, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I thought this was an L. Especially when Trey's out, especially when Collins out. And see, I heard this rumor and I heard all that about something that happened in the locker room or something that happened in shoot around or practice or whatever. And see, thing is that if this did happen, if it did happen, good thing it did. Because somebody got to take charge, and it can't be your players. Your players cannot be in charge of the team. I'm sorry. I don't care how talented you are. We will lose without you. Just to make a point to you that, look, I'm in charge. I'm in charge, Mr. Head Coach or whoever it is. And see, you bet and going, like we used to say at work, going up the back steps to the boss office, gonna tell on somebody or something of that nature. Okay, I got something for you. You ain't playing tonight. You might not play tomorrow night. You know, just to let you know, look, I'm running this. And I love Trey to death. I love all these Hawks to death. However, a hierarchy has to be established and a hierarchy has to be maintained. And if you are allowing anybody to undermine that hierarchy, those other players are looking at that. Those other players are looking at that, and they will lose respect for you. So as the days go along, I just want to see if anything comes out about this situation and find out exactly what took place. But, Bogey, you ain't got but 6 games.
Bro, he need longer than that, bro.
Hanging my foot in your ass.
You gotta give him at least 2 weeks.
6 games.
Okay, yeah, that's about 2 weeks. That's about 2 weeks. Yeah, that's about 2 weeks.
6
All right.
games.
Let's move on to who we got next up in the chat. We got White Mike. Then we go on to Point.
Y'all want some? I'm sorry.
No, you know my stuff be in the garage.
Oh man, see you quit.
Hey,
No.
at least I didn't go to the garage before the game tonight. So usually I be in the garage. Talk to me, Mike. Shout out to White Mike. If y'all didn't know, White Mike new up in here on the show.
Yeah.
He was hanging out with us doing the watch along. You know what I'm saying? So hey, when I do the watch along, y'all more than free to come on there and tap in, man. Watch the game.
We had so many damn mics. I went to White Mike. I figured I got to do something with myself over here. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, and make sure I'm gonna say this up front. I don't want Trey going anywhere. I love Trey. Trey needs to get into this system. But here's what happened tonight. We had 3 players that usually ride the bench for 90% of the time they play, and they scored 44 points of the 100 and something we scored. They scored 44. They had like 17 of the rebounds. Now, these are 3 guys that are coming off the bench. 2 of them are rookies. 2 of them are basically rookies, and one's on a 2-way damn contract. Now, what happened and what I saw is the ball didn't get stuck. It moved. And when you let everybody touch the ball, everybody stays in the game. And you know what else they do? They play defense because they know if they play, the ball's going to find them. And so everybody was moving, hungry. Different people were shooting. They were giving the ball up to people who were open. They didn't make every damn shot, but you know what they did? They rebounded, they defended, they turned them over. They did all the things that the starters, the DeAndre Hunter and the John Collins hadn't been doing. And I'm just saying is effort. And a lot of that comes from the fact when you don't touch the ball on the offensive side, you just don't get into the game. And you're just sitting there watching Trey beat that ball to death. Trey's got to see what he saw tonight, which is DJ still scored 34 points. He still scored 34 points.
Efficiently at that.
Efficiently. We hit over 40% of our threes tonight. I mean, come on, man. We shot 28 of them. I mean,
and that's 28 still that's still lowest attempt in the league too.
But everybody was into this game. You could just see it. Everybody was in it. This is what, and a lot of young guys ain't gonna know what I'm saying when I say this. This is how Nolan Richardson used to play ball at Arkansas. He was 10 deep, and if his 5 didn't do good, he'll roll another 5 out there.
Well, hell, he had to be 10 deep because they weren't 40 minutes of hell.
And I loved it because you really didn't know who the star was on Arkansas. Everybody touched the ball. It was going to be somebody different. And if your ass didn't play defense and didn't run, you didn't stay on the floor. They just subbed you out. And that's the thing these guys think they are God, that somebody gave them these minutes. You guaranteed 39, 40 minutes. You ain't guaranteed shit. You guaranteed to stay on the floor if you're playing, if your effort is there, if you're making everybody else better. And that's what we hadn't been doing. We've been just looking out for ourselves. And tonight they played team basketball. And tonight they beat the number 2 team in the West, and they beat them handily.
I like it. Let me add on Point. Point, talk to me. What's your thoughts on the game tonight, my guy?
Big game, statement game. I'm going to say this was a momentum shifting game. I think that, after the antics in Houston and then seeing the collapse the following, I already forget who we played after that. Just kind of seeing that, I felt like this was like we needed to get back on course, right? And I think that, the reality of the matter is that as much as we get frustrated with this group, we know that the talent is there. When guys are locked in, we know that, they can get the job done and they can really surprise people. I think that as a fan base, I feel like we are ready to move to the next phase, right, of contending status. And I think that next phase is that we no longer are that team that's like, oh, well, hey, man, you got to, on their day, they could perform. We got to become that team that's we're going to Atlanta, man. Shit, that's going to be a battle. You know what I mean? Like, we got to make that environment. And I know, obviously, like in the past couple of years, like the home record's been, pretty well. And I think we have some kind of, energy there. But it's got to be consistent, man. And I'm glad, we performed well. Listen, big respect to Nate, playing with house money tonight, giving some guys an opportunity, giving some guys a chance. You know what I mean? I just hope it continues. And I think, a lot of people usually use these games as like a way to kind of bash the man who was out. But, I just hope that this should be fuel to guys like Hunter, guys like Trey, just to let them know, like, you know what, man, like I could trust my guys. You know what I mean?
You know what, Point? I think it's not, you know what, man, we're not bashing Trey or Hunter or Collins. But what I'm saying, I can't speak for nobody else when I say stuff, is that with them not playing tonight, you saw a different style of basketball.
Right.
We didn't see, like how they pointed out, how White Mike pointed out our three-point shooting tonight, right? Mm-hmm. So from 3 tonight, we shot 36% from 3, 10 for 28.
Which is pretty good. That's a pretty good number.
But guess what? If Trey plays, he's going to give you his 2 for 10, which drops the numbers down, which makes that an empty possession. And that's what I was saying the other night when I said, limit the 3-point attempts because we just not hitting them at a high clip. Take the possessions like we did tonight and utilize those possessions in the areas of the floor that we're already good at, which is mid-range and the free throw line.
Well, I'll say this, especially for Trey. And I'm not going to give him a pass because some of the decision-making, a lot of the decision-making needs to be more consistent, right? Especially when you see, like, they're starting to trap him a little bit higher up that 3-point line so guys aren't cutting, and then he tries to do that little sidestep, step back 3 that never goes in. Those little moments, right? What I will say also, too, is, and to be fair, you also got to look at the guy's physique, man. You know, he's 6 feet, 6'1", very slight. You know, how much of a beating can he take going to the rack multiple times, looking for a call? So maybe it's a mental thing where
Well, you know what? My point.
Yeah,
Attacking
maybe
the
it's that.
basket, Trey does that. My thing is, where is Hunter? What I said beginning of the year. Hunter and Murray should be giving me almost 10 free throw attempts per game. That's how much but guess what you saw tonight? You saw obviously Murray didn't do it tonight because he was more of a facilitator at the beginning.
Correct.
But you saw Jared Cole. He know he can't shoot.
Yeah, so he's gonna get to the line.
So what did he do? Going straight to the basket. Guess what else he was doing? Hanging around the basket, getting them rebounds. I think he finished with another 9 or 10 boards tonight.
Yeah.
Which goes back and makes you think, then why the hell Hunter can't give me 7, 8, 9 boards a night instead of the 3 he give me that Trey Young out rebounds him per game. Like that's unacceptable. But let me bring on Phil, man. Then I'm gonna bring everybody back on so we could get go ahead and get the party started because you know certain people waiting for certain people.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Definitely.
All right, so we got Phil, the last one, guys, and then we'll bring everybody to the chat. Phil.
What it is, Mike?
Oh no, not Phil. Analyst is last. Then everybody come on the chat.
Okay, shit, I ain't even gonna take that much time. Hey, man, great win. Great way to for the bench, for the people that don't get the glory like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? To get on the court, show what they can do, show we got talent, show that there's possibly some promise behind Nate and his coaching to show like, hey man, look, we got some talent here, we can win, but and I hate that Trey wasn't involved and everything just blew up today and there's rumors and speculation. But hey man, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it's true, it is what it is. And if it is true, Trey has to get in line, bro. We can win. And the thing is, I would say like for him, hey man, in a tight situation, crunch time, it's on you and DeJounte at this point because it used to just be on him. But it's you and DeJounte. Y'all come through in the clutch, or if y'all hot, y'all the hot hand. But with Trey, you got to understand, man. Hey, when you have other people with the hot hand, I think so. I heard somebody say this in another live one night. Hey man, if Hunter or whoever come down and start hitting shots, that don't mean it's time for you to come down and pull the same 3 if you ain't been on the whole game. Like just shut the ball, flow the ball, and like Mikey said, with no plays probably, but the ball move. That's what we need. But the thing is with Trey, it's probably like you have to break it down to some type of simplicity where he understand like, hey, maybe I need to run a play. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't understand normal ball movement. And plus, I mean, if you go back and look at his highlights and stuff, man, that guy been having the ball in his hands since high school. You know what I'm saying? Primarily. So he ain't never broke away from it. And he, you know what I'm saying? He has another level of growth to get. But either way though, great win tonight. I'm glad the others got to show their talent tonight, man. Great win.
All right, let me bring on analyst. My guy, analyst in the building. Shout out the analyst, Phil, White Mike, tapping in. They keeping me company doing a watch along. Appreciate y'all fellas for that. Salute to y'all. Also salute to the chat. Everybody's in the chat. Thank you for tapping in with us. Y'all know it. If this y'all first time here, I just dropped that link. If you got something to say, just follow the link. Come on in. That's all. Hey, it's that simple, family. Talk to me, analyst. What's yours? And then we got Rashad next. Then my guy's in the building. OG Truth Hurts gonna go after Rashad. What you got, analyst?
So I'm gonna be real quick, because I kind of already got everything I needed to say out. I'm gonna wait till the everyone else come on. But I thought that this was not gonna be a day of slander and a day of down talk on a win. But I have a feeling that this is about to be another heated debate because of what Rashad just posted in the chat.
Well, but you know, Listen, we all know Trey not finna get traded. We know that. That ain't finna happen. That will make our organization will look so stupid if you traded Trey Young, considering who we gave up to get Trey. We will look so dumb.
Which, like I said, I mean, listen, I'll give my thoughts then because I'm going over my time. But yeah,
all right, let me bring on Rashad. So we got Rashad, OG, and my boy Mario in the building. That nigga Mario always look like he laid up getting. I'm about to say something. I can't say it on the air. He always look like he laid up getting some fellatio or some shit. That's what every time I see Mario, that's what he look like. He like, yeah. I'm tripping. Let me bring on my guy Rashad. Rashad with the tank top on today. He about business today. Rashad look like he just came from street fight. What's up?
Nah, I'm a little upset that y'all said I don't watch the games, man. I watch every.
I'm talking about that. No, I'm talking about that one when you said you watched the game at the beginning and then you cut it off.
Yeah, because I knew what was about to happen. And what happened? What happened? Go tell me.
We lost.
You're damn right. I tell analysts them, man, y'all gonna listen to me one day. Nah.
Well, we winning without Lou Will, so you was wrong on that.
But but we got Murray. Murray replaced him. So,
okay. What's your thoughts tonight there, Rashad?
Great win. I think, I'm gonna go with when it first came on. There's a name that I shall not mention.
We talking about what Mike said.
Yeah, but great win, for the team. We understand why. I don't know where y'all be getting like the rumors and stuff, but I don't know what happened with that. So maybe somebody fill me in on the chat.
We'll fill you in when I bring everybody on real quick.
But man, I think the main thing is that we see I think two things, and Matt gonna hate this. One, I'll start with the other one. I think we see two things. One is how you can execute a game plan when someone with like high level deficiencies are not present. We know what we're talking about. We know who we're talking about. The second thing is you see the value in an experienced and a knowledgeable coach like Nate McMillan, because like you said earlier, he was down 3 starters.
Yeah, man. You got to give credit for that, bro.
This is the most minutes Jared Culver's played since he got drafted, and so and he played good. Not only that, his starting lineup featured 3 non-shooters with Trent, JJ, and Culver. Those are 3 non-shooters. Mm-hmm. And we started the game 6 for 6. Come on. I think we finished the first quarter shooting above 60%. That's all coaching. That's all Nate. I give him all the respect. It reminded me of watching Miami with Spoelstra. Mm-hmm. So, great win. Murray got it. I ain't gonna say his name, but say his name.
All right, man. Let me bring in let me see who we got down here. OG Truth Hurts up in the building. Let me bring my guy on. What you got for me, OG?
Hey man, next man up. I'm gonna take a different approach. The fellas in the chat done busted my ass because I'm taking the high road. I'm just gonna charge this to next man up. True professionals step up when their number is called. When you're shorthanded, true professionals step up. I'm not going to engage in everything that's being said. I think Bogey. I think his presence alone, because I don't think Bogey didn't have 5 points, but I just think his presence alone, man, it was a jolt of energy into the team. Mm-hmm. Those guys, hey man, next man up. Everybody did their job tonight. We kept the turnovers low. DeJounte did an excellent job. being the primary ball handler. He scored the ball well. He shot well. I think he was like 13 or 22, 4 7 from 3, only one turnover with 31 points. JJ with his first double-double. Clint battled Jokic as much as he could. He got a double-double. Aaron Holiday did his job off the bench. Jared Culver was a breath of fresh air. He done made the most of his opportunity. Vic Krejci he's giving me vibes of AK-47. I don't know if any of you guys ever heard of AK-47. That's Andre Karolinko. Yeka was hitting his mid-range shot. AJ Griffin is a budding star in the making, man. Hey, listen, man. When I don't have any complaints, I have nothing to complain about. I know it's a big old elephant in the room that a lot of people want to address, but I'm gonna say this about what allegedly went on today. Sometimes you gotta have that. It may be exactly what the team need. You know, if nothing else, I'm gonna get out of that is it was some give a shit was shown. You know, I mean, because it appeared to a lot of the people in the fan base that it wasn't no give a shit going on. So a lot of people speculating what the problem was. Now, I will say this, and I'm not busting Trey's balls, but he was just very conspicuous by his absence, not being there. And he just had a shoulder strain. I don't know if it was something that he cleared with the team, but him not being there just really kind of like
the optics look bad. It looked bad.
It made folks think what they thinking. Now, strangely, I'm gonna defend Trey.
Hey, Chauncey, let me get Mario up here.
Go ahead.
Let me bring all y'all back on because he the last one. Then we're gonna bring all y'all back on that we can because I'm sure everybody got something to speak about that one.
Go ahead, I'm good.
What's good, my guy? Talk to me tonight. What you saw today? What you saw tonight at the game, IG?
Man, I saw teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if anybody been listening to me. I know I'm the little guy on the totem pole. Nate, reach into your bench and see what you got, sir. Reach into see what you got on the end of your bench. You see what you got, and that's all I've been preaching, bro. Like the rotation he had, like going like 9 players. You see, he got energy coming off the bench, man. That's what you play throughout the season. Like that's what Pierce people hated on Pierce, but Pierce did that with his players.
Yeah, but you know what? The problem is this. This is where your problem is gonna come up at. Is that with a fully healthy team, and I'm just keeping it a buck. We just don't have the minutes for all those dudes to get the time to play to make a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, we just don't have the minutes, and that's what I was saying. And the other night, I was saying, start cutting people minutes so we can get these dudes out there. Because guess what? We're more dangerous when everybody has to be accounted for on the court. You know what I'm saying? When they got to be like, hey, you got to watch AJ. You got to watch Jalen because he can score.
Right.
You got to watch this guy. You know what I'm saying? So,
you can scout better. You can scout better for a 9-man rotation. That's all I'm saying.
Especially with us because Trey Young dominates the ball so much like Luka does. That's why I'm shocked at how they can't stop Trey or stop Luka because they dominate the ball so much. You take your teammates out of the action. You feel me? But,
right. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody made a point today about that too. I don't know where I was. I read this. It was like when Trey having a bad time or games or whatever. If people give Trey hell, but Luka have a bad game. He the darling of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So he's just man. I don't care about that, man. All I'm saying is, go Hawks and great win tonight, and I'll let the other guys take over this thing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, hey
Shout out
family.
all
Yep.
that.
Okay, that's my guy.
It's show
My
time.
boy Demario up in the building, bringing everybody on the stream right now. Okay, point. Oh, he okay. Got it. All righty, and all right, guys. So y'all saw the win. Y'all saw the dub.
Hey, White Mike know what it is. See how Mike White laying back on that bed right like that? You know what I'm talking about? White Mike know what it is. You know what I'm talking about?
But see, White Mike is 55. How old are you?
Hey, you got me by 11.
You too young to be laying down there like your back hurt.
Well,
hey,
y'all talk to me tonight about this game, man. Hey, first of all, let's address the. Never mind. I'm gonna skip that issue. Y'all
don't skip it. Talk about it.
Hey, I got a question.
Let's talk about it.
I got a question too, Gerald.
Hey,
you go first.
I got
go first.
Hey, listen. Before y'all get started, hey, let's keep it organized. Everybody can't talk at once. One had to start muting cats. You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep it organized and let people talk. Y'all have to, and I'll be back. I gotta go to the garage real quick. I gotta change the gas.
Matt, go first. Matt, go first.
Okay. So my question is,
Matt shouldn't talk tonight.
Like I asked Saman a minute. I'm gonna ignore Jack. Like I asked Saman a minute ago. Is Nate the little engine that could? Can he overcome the underperforming team? But when we actually have expectations and talent, he underperforms. I'll let y'all answer that.
I think in a certain way, I can see why you would give him that backhanded compliment. The reason, I will say this: when Trey's not in the game, when our cash cow is not in the game, I feel like Nate has a bigger footprint on the game.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So he is actually able to do what he's actually capable of doing instead of dealing with the politics of, okay, everybody came to see Trey, so Trey need to have the ball. So
I got a question. I mean, cut you out, but I got a question.
Hold on. Let everybody else answer Matt's first question, then ask yours, Rashad. But
I got a question for Matt.
Okay.
I want to hear the.
Hold on. Let Gerald land real quick, man. Let him land.
All right. So, in a sense, yes, but I think that's almost any head coach that has a superstar. I feel like they have the ability to do the same thing if their superstar is not playing because they're not as handcuffed on what they can do with the team. But so I do agree, Matt, but for a different reason, if that makes sense.
That's my take. The coach is handcuffed, man. I mean, he handcuffed. He got a 1 and a 1A, and I think it's some politics. I think it's some politics going on. I'm just being honest. I ain't trying to break down nobody.
It's real.
I mean, it kind of showed tonight, man.
It's right there. It damn so did.
And listen, I ain't breaking bad on nobody, but your eyes ain't lying to y'all now.
We just talked about that. We just talked about
Okay.
That's real. That's real.
Hold on. So the question was. Let me remind y'all what the question was. The question was: is Nate the little engine that could? Can he overperform with an underperforming team? But when the expectations and he has talent, does he underperform?
Can I answer that real quick?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the hell Nate McMillan is right now, bro.
That's fact.
We don't know shit about Nate McMillan.
That's fact.
Simply because we got a superstar that we've been giving the ball to and letting him do whatever the fuck he want to do.
Oh my!
That's it. Now this right here. Hold on.
Let Rashad go and then Rashad go.
But tonight's game and everything that's going on right now may be the situation that causes us to finally get to see what we got going on with the team, what we're able to do, the talent that we got, and see what Nate is able to do. Because
nothing.
Trey's an all-star superstar, but at the same time, we've given him so much green light that we don't know if we got great players or a great coach or what. You know what I'm saying? Because we've really been winning off Trey back. Simply put, we went to the Eastern Conference Finals based off Trey.
We didn't do it off.
I don't agree with that.
And that's just simple.
Hell no, I don't agree with that.
Well, hold on.
But let me get in there because I wanted to piggy off of him.
John, you go after Rashad.
I wanted to piggy off of him. Like, I think what he said was spot on. Like as far as the grade on Nate, we don't have a grade on Nate.
Right.
This is what tonight showed me. That was a Spoelstra win. That was the shit that Eric Spoelstra does. He was down 3 starters. 3 starters.
Oh my God. Y'all chill.
And the total leading scorer and assist man last year. And we beat one of the top 3 teams in the league. Not only did we beat one of the top 3 teams in the league.
Did you just fix your mouth and say
Matt, chill.
Wait a minute now. Not only did we beat one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the league, that was the second time we beat a top 4 team in the league without our star. What does that say? What does that say?
John, I gotta go after you.
Is it facts or not? Is it facts or not?
Boy, you done made me catch the Holy Ghost over here, boy.
John, go ahead.
I'm gonna jump on the organ on you, man. I got it right.
John, go ahead. And then White Mike.
When I tell y'all that a duck can pull a truck, hook him up, wish him luck, and put some gas in the truck for the duck. I told y'all once y'all start to do better, all this stuff goes away. And true, what you guys are saying about Trey Young, but these people were missing open shots, even set them up for open shots.
Oh, he gonna jump
so
on
see,
this shit.
it's not Trey. Now tonight, and Chauncey, you know I'm coming after you anyway. But anyway, tonight, whatever happened. Now, see, this is the problem right here.
You know, we shot 55.7% from the field. I just want to throw that in there.
See, that's what I'm talking about now. That's what I'm talking about.
Stats don't mean nothing. My bad.
Let's go back to this supposed issue that took place that everybody don't want to talk about or whatever. Now, this team has been quote unquote out of control for all of this season. It's been out of control for all of this season. If the straightening did take place tonight, it was something that should have doggone happened because see, you need a coach. And this politics stuff y'all talking about, Popovich don't have that over there in San Antonio. Never did. And it makes everybody else not respect you as a head coach when you allow it to go on. I don't care if you paying that $500 million a year and you ain't getting but 2 cents in a bowl of rice. You the head coach. You got to control what's going on there. And you got to discipline your players. And well, I can't say equally because I recognize Trey as the star. However, once you get beyond a certain point, you got to get reined in, son. Shoot another shot like that again, son, and you come in to sit right beside me until I feel that you need to go back out there on the floor. And I don't care if an owner gets involved in it and messes it up, owner, you need to fire me. Because if you're not going to let me run my shop, I don't need to be running it. You go out there and coach. You go.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, White Mike.
Here's what I see. And I love Trey. Let's be clear. I want Trey here. I think we're better with Trey in the long run. But Trey's got to grow. Trey's got to develop. Trey's been handling the ball and being hero ball since he was in high school. Yeah, and the ball gets stuck with Trey, and he thinks he's got to bail us out of everything. Well, tonight we saw 3 guys start. So Trey got
Woo!
to
Get
let
the Holy Ghost again.
this ball. We
Talk
didn't.
your
Get out
shit,
that
White.
chair.
Talk your
We
shit.
didn't. Take any, we hardly took. I don't think we took any bad shots tonight.
Amen.
I mean, that's why we shot such a high percentage. I mean, we had Okongwu hitting jumpers from the free throw line.
He was bad tonight.
Yeah, and so when you look at the whole thing, Trey's got to grow, and sometimes to grow, you got to get pruned. And I don't know where he was tonight. I don't know if he was at home. I don't know where he was, but I know he was watching that damn game, and I know he thought to himself, "Them some bitches play won." They can say he didn't think that, but he thought that tonight.
He was very conspicuous by his
Mario, go ahead.
I know what they gonna say.
Hey, let Mario go. Let Mario go. Let Mario go.
Mute it.
Mario.
We can't hear you. Analyst, go ahead.
Where do I start?
Don't start with that Nate shit. No, I'm just playing.
Let me start with this, right? We say the same stuff every year when Trey is out. Oh, Trey, well, man, I tell you, Trey, you know, he in trouble.
No,
He in trouble.
Answer Matt's question.
Oh, I already answered it. Listen, yeah, Nate is a little engine that could. He overachieved with little talent, and when he get real talent, he folds. So let me say this.
He folds?
Yes.
Folds like a $2 chair.
Yes.
Let analyst finish.
And I don't know who said, I think it was King Phillip. King Phillip, I've agreed with you all day long. But that was a ridiculous statement saying we don't know who Nate is. This man been fired everywhere he been. This man, we know what this man is, bro. We know what this man is.
Stop it, bro.
We know what this man is. Okay.
That man been coaching in the NBA for 20 years.
And has never even reached a championship. Okay. With talent. So also, let's not act like Trae Young was the only starter out tonight. We had DeAndre Hunter out. We had John Collins out. Okay. You look
So
at
they saying analysts, they saying that Trey wasn't even on the bench.
I'm not talking about
Hey, we're gonna get him on that in a minute, Jared. We're gonna get him on that in a
I'm not
minute.
talking about that situation. I'm talking about everyone talking about Trey didn't play with a championship caliber team. I think we can win a championship without Trey. We couldn't trade Trey. No.
Go ahead.
We had other guys.
We'd be closer. One step closer.
Hey, let him finish. Let him finish, Rashad.
We had other guys. We had other guys out. Okay, we didn't have Hunter taking highly contested dumb shots. Okay, one-on-one basketball. We didn't have John Collins trying to dribble the ball, turning the ball over. Okay, we didn't have him shooting threes. We didn't have him shooting threes from the perimeter. So let's be real with this.
We saw JJ get hung though. I just want to throw that out there.
No, I saw JJ.
I saw JJ get hung.
Bro,
I missed that.
Nah, bro.
Nah, JJ got hung. Yeah.
JJ played.
He got a perfect ooh. He got a perfect ooh.
JJ played like he wanted to take Collins' spot tonight. JJ played like he wanted to take Collins' spot tonight. Okay? Sure. And listen, I'm going to say this one last thing. I see everybody giving credit. Well, Nate did this with the players. Nate did that with the players. I didn't hear that one person credit the man that put these players on the team. But I guarantee you, y'all been the
but
same
that is a cheap ass way out. Did everybody answer your question, Matt?
Yeah. So
okay, analyst, go ahead and finish. My bad. And then Mario.
I'm landing. Y'all been the same one talking about. Well, I don't know. We just got enough talent, man. I just don't know. I just don't know. We can't shoot. We can't do this. We can't do that. Hey, bro, we pulled guys off the bench tonight, and we saw their potential, and we saw their talent, we saw they hungry, and we saw they grit.
Let me get a real quick rebut.
Let Mario talk to King
talent neutralizer. That's all I want to say.
Bruh.
We may have
Travis knew
a
what he was
talent
doing.
neutralizer.
Travis knew
Go
what he
ahead,
was doing.
Mario. Mario,
I
you
just
good?
wanted to add. I just wanted to add. Nate did the same thing I saw Nate do tonight. He stood on the sideline.
Yep.
Well, no, I saw him moving a little bit, but he still was like not making. When people get fouled, like weak calls and stuff, he don't make the move to go get that challenge done for that person who had that weak call. Man, Nate, they just played team basketball tonight. You know what I'm saying? And it just probably be some. It'll probably be some truth for what people saying. You got a talent neutralizer in Trey. You know what I'm saying? And what we all know it because we see it. We know it because we see it. But there's some fault in the coach. There's some fault in the star player. Simple as that.
All right, so Rashawn, I'm gonna give my rebuttal. Then you ask your question for everybody. The one that you had, I think, for Matt.
I already said
So-
it. So.
Oh, okay. So here's my issue. When I think it was the first half, and I put in the chat, I said Nate got these boys right, or something like that. And Matt ass come on and say, I think it's the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hold on. Bruh. 20 minutes later.
Credit to
20. Mind you, we was up. I think 11 or 12 when I said it. 20 minutes later, right after halftime, Denver goes on that run. Matt ass talking about this shit on Nate. So hold on. So my question is this:
Clint was terrible.
when we succeeding,
He had more points and rebounds than your boy.
So when I get into that in a second. When we playing good, why do you skip Nate? But when we playing bad, Nate is your go-to scapegoat.
Because tonight, to me, this is what I don't know. What clearly we saw two different basketball games. I'm seeing two different games from most people up here, but tonight I saw talent. I saw we have talent. I saw we have a deep bench. Oh, Gerald, if you got a deep bench, if you give and Murray talked about this after the game. If you give everybody on the team confidence, they can perform because they're NBA players too. Where I fought Nate is, to me, I credit him for. I don't give him that much credit when we do well because we have the talent. Now, if he was putting dudes in position to score, if he was saying, all right, Jalen's good at this. Murray's good at this. Clint's good at this.
No, we're not finna let this. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let this go. Whose job is it to put your players in a position to
That's
score?
That is the coach's
No,
job.
that's your point guard job.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
That's your point guard's job.
No, you're wrong.
That's
You're wrong.
not capping, bro.
You're wrong.
Stop lying to the people. It is your point guard's job to put your players on the floor into the position to score. And if he cannot do that, he shouldn't have the ball in his hand. Stop all that, bro. Stop all that, man.
I would love Rashad to describe what a coach is.
But Gerald, what I'm saying is why I give credit, why I give Nate flack for when we struggle is because we clearly have the talent. When we struggle, why do we struggle? Because of ISO ball. We struggle because we have no sets. We struggle because on defense.
I agree with that, Matt. But
who don't went to sleep? I heard somebody snoring.
Chauncey.
That ain't me.
That me, my bad.
But Gerald, what I'm saying is, I know you might get offended, but I'm saying I think any NBA coach at a professional level with a pulse can sit over there and we're going to win a certain amount of games based on our talent level.
That's not. You can't say Matt. Hold on, Rashad.
Hold on,
Matt, you cannot. Okay.
Where I fought Nate is, even if y'all want to give him credit for tonight, if y'all got to explain to me more what exactly he did, but
I'll do that.
That's a separate comment. But
Let's talk about what Murray did.
Even if Nate did
What your boy don't do.
Even if Nate,
Man,
even if Nate coached a Spoelstra-esque game tonight and he put a master class on, how come this isn't consistent? And I know y'all gonna say it's because of Trey, but I know y'all gonna say it's because of Trey. What I'm saying is you would see it despite Trey. He might come down and shoot a couple of bad shots or shoot a couple of logo threes, but you would still see Nate's coaching on display. It does not all fall at Trey's feet because the isolation ball doesn't fall at his feet. The no movement doesn't fall at his feet because in the third quarter, we saw the same thing. Pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. No movement. The difference tonight was he hit shots. That was the difference. He hit shots.
You gotta let him finish, bro. Hey man, blessings to you fellas, man. Trey Young, I can't listen to this tonight, bro. Good luck.
Yeah, get on.
Trey Young.
Trey Young, get on. Thank you.
All right, so Matt, you finished. All right, so here's my.
Hell of a club we in, man. Folks just throw themselves out the club.
Right. So here's my thing, though, Matt.
Him in his
you can't sit there and say that Nate had more talent on the floor tonight than our starting lineup. You didn't say that explicitly, but that's what you insinuated. And we nowhere near had as much talent on the court as Denver did tonight.
No. What I'm saying is, it's hard. Yes, tonight. Whatever y'all say he did tonight, I think it was his shots. That's all I'm talking about. The last game that we hit shots tonight that we haven't hit all season. That's what I think. But y'all said he gets a lot of credit because he did something that I didn't see. So I'm asking.
I'll tell you what it is.
Explain to me what he did.
That's a good question. So one of the main things on defense, we controlled who got the shot attempts in certain situations. For Denver. Okay. So for instance, there were some points of the game where we kind of like baited Joker into like passing the ball. Okay. Instead of him shooting the ball. Now in the third quarter, we knew, I'm guessing the way they came out, Nate knew that Joker was gonna come out aggressive, and when he on, ain't nothing you can do about it. So they kind of shut down the others in that third quarter. Now, of course, Joker got off a game a little momentum, but eventually that momentum kind of ran out, particularly at the end of the third quarter, I think. In the fourth, Joker, it seemed like Joker was tired to me. I don't know about y'all. So on defense, we controlled who their main focus would be in so many words. On offense, I felt like Murray was able to get to his spots a lot easier than in other games. Like normally he has to go straight one-on-one, where he actually we actually used the pick and roll in a different way tonight.
Okay.
So where
I got a question.
Can I add to that, Gerald?
Yeah.
Charles,
go ahead, Charles.
over there.
Go ahead,
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
My brother, Nate had freedom of movement.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Period. In the sentence. He had freedom of movement. He has no freedom of movement when Ray is out there, and I think we all know that. It's a Trey show when he's out there. Nate,
you're right about that.
I'm gonna use the word again. Handcuff. He had freedom of movement. Listen, it ain't that big of a coincidence, man, on how different the team looked when he's not there. No, I'm not saying trade Trey. I'm not gonna kick myself out of the club. I ain't saying trade Trey, but Nate had freedom of movement. Like, where the hell Creature been? What?
So he can't. So he don't play because Trey told him to play. He don't play because
Yeah. Now see, that was my point. That was going to be my point.
What's up with Jared Culver? And guess what? I got to ride with the young brother analyst on. We can't put all of that on Trey because a lot of dumb shit that Collins do on the floor wasn't out there.
You're right about that, analyst.
I don't think Dre Hunter take too many bad shots, because one thing I do like about Dre Hunter is when his outside shot ain't on, he will get to the cup. He will draw a foul. Now, whatever other deficiencies he has, okay, but see, we got to give Dre a pass, because outside of he really goes and guards the best man every night. He goes and guards he is assigned the best guy every night. Some nights he gets cooked, some nights he don't, but he's assigned the best guy every night. But to answer your question again, Nate has freedom of movement. Okay, he can push more buttons in certain situations when certain people are not on the floor. But when certain people are on the floor, he has to.
He got to cope within the politics.
He has to conform.
Well, I'm sorry, but I got a question. Did anybody see a system tonight?
I didn't. That was my question.
No.
King, did you see?
I saw. Hold on. So our system, okay. Our system is based off the pick and roll. Is it a little too heavy sometimes? Well, a lot of times, yes.
Every time.
I'll admit that. But I feel like we did a little bit more off of the pick and roll tonight. I did see a system. I saw it a little bit more expanded tonight. Normally, you know how we run horns? We ran it from both sides at the same time tonight. It probably helped that we had bogey. But normally it comes from one side of the floor is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because we only got one shooter before tonight.
I'm saying since what Bogey hit, yeah.
I'm gonna get killed for saying this. Allegedly, the blow up was about the pick and roll. The blow up was about the pick and roll that is being ran too much.
Way too much.
Now that information is going to erase in 5, 4. Y'all know the rest. The blow up in practice, besides Nate finding out somebody that went over him to talk to his boss. The blow up, somebody went over him to talk to his boss. He came in, he snapped on everybody, was ready to throw hands. And then the conversation came out about what was said to the boss was about the pick and roll, allegedly. Now I'm done.
Okay, now, hey, that's not gospel. That's what we heard. Ain't that right, Chauncey? That's allegedly.
Allegedly, we gonna go with the allegedly.
No.
Rumor mill.
I got you.
Y'all headed down the rabbit hole now. Y'all headed down the rabbit hole.
But the pick and roll is ran too much because tonight, because Gerald, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all told me that we run the pick and roll so much because of Trey. So why are we running it so much when he's not playing?
I'm telling you, I said that's the system.
So
nope.
I said that's what's this now. That is the reason that the system is what it is. I'm saying that is the reason that the system is what it is.
Because people think pick and roll is not a system.
It's not.
It is. No, it is. It is, but it's overused.
Well, maybe we got different definitions. In my opinion, a system is a set of plays or a identity which you can benefit.
It's not like football.
It's part of a system.
It's not like
it's not
like football.
Pick and roll is your identity.
That's not an identity.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Eastern Conference Finals with that shit.
It's not an identity to you.
No.
That's our identity.
When we
right.
When we made the Eastern Conference Finals, it was not just the pick and roll. They had other variations off of the pick and roll.
No, it was a 1-5 pick and roll.
It was pick and roll with variations.
It was a 1-5 pick and roll in the spread system, sir. 1-5 pick and roll in the spread system. The guys stood around and moved on each side of the court, and it was a 1-5 pick and roll, sir. That's it. If he did, it was 1-4-1-5. It was 1-4-1-5. Collins or Clint Capella, bro.
It was the pick and roll, but they added Spain. They added different stuff in. They added hammer. They added different stuff.
No.
That's what he's saying, Matt. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Not exactly like how you saying it, but that's what he's saying.
The only thing that was different.
Yes, I agree, but it was not. The difference between that and this is isolated to the pick and roll. That's it. Only two players are moving at one time.
That's true. That's true.
I just said that. It was an isolation. 1-5 is isolation.
So
1 or 4. 1 to 4 or 1 to 5. Guys move around, spread the ball.
But we didn't. Yeah, we did that then. I'm talking about now. We don't do that now.
Okay.
The difference is Trey holds on to the ball trying to make a play with that pick and roll. That's the only card.
Now that
y'all done said that,
shoes you got on, but you could damn sure dance in them. You dancing around what it is. You do not want to. Hey, it's okay to call Trey out.
So let me say this.
I don't think it's straight because tonight we didn't do anything extra besides the pick and roll. If you want to say, okay, fine.
That ain't true.
1 and 5 pick and roll with Murray and Capella. That's all we did tonight. That was it.
No, that wasn't it.
I mean, yeah, we did other stuff occasionally, but I'm talking about overall.
Hold on. What you finna say? Go ahead.
Let me ask this question. What's the difference between the pick and roll? And I need somebody to define this for me. What's the difference between the pick and roll and the triangle?
I don't even know what the hell a triangle is, my nigga.
So normally
the triangle offense was ran by the Bulls.
Right.
So the triangle ran from the point guard
and the Lakers.
Yeah,
right.
The Kobe Shaq Lakers. So the triangle ran for you had a shooter or you had a low post player who you could either pass the point guard either pass into the low post will pass it out to a shooter if he couldn't get the shot off.
So another way that I saw it was where whoever made that first pass, they automatically cut to the basket, almost like 5 out. So the post player, it was almost kind of like what Jokic did tonight, in that third quarter, where he would look for the cutter first, and then he would do whatever he wanted from there. But the first read is always the cutter.
So the only thing I'm saying is majority of the time with Trey or with Murray, it is a pick and roll, high screen and roll with Capella or Collins, and then after that it dies. All off-ball movement dies. Occasionally, you might have a horns put into it, but that's rare.
Why does it die?
7 out of 10 plays, it's the high pick and roll, and then that's it. Everything else.
No, that's not true. A lot of times you'll see where the horns is not. They'll run the horns first. The horns ain't open, and then they'll go pick and roll. Now, pick and roll is their bread and butter. Yeah, I agree with that, Matt. But that ain't always the only thing that they try on offense.
No. I said out of 10 plays, maybe 7 of them is isolated to the pick and roll. Maybe 3 times down.
No, it's more like half.
Half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
brothers,
all of these offensive systems.
Brothers, hey, y'all keep it going, man. I'm not kicking myself out the club. But old man getting a little tired over here.
All right, hold it down, big dog.
I'm hollering at y'all, man.
All right,
you go to hell, John.
Hey, can I interject?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mario.
So what I saw, let me tell I'm not even talking about Trey. Let me tell you what I saw tonight. I saw that the Coach Nate gave the option to DeJounte to make the play. DeJounte get the ball. He'll give it off to one of the players. They'll defer it back to DeJounte if they don't have nothing. Yeah. Right? And then that's when Clint will come up and do the give and go, which is the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have nothing, they'll pass it off to one of the shooters. But it was a lot more Golden State kind of movement tonight. That's what we saw.
See, that's what I saw. That's what I saw.
I think
noticing, and what I've been noticing, a person will get the ball but won't shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
When Trey is there, that person will get the ball but won't shoot it. They'll pass.
That's facts. That's facts.
I'll give Gerald and Mario. I'll give y'all credit that there was more passes per possession, but I don't know necessarily that there was more movement.
Oh, they were moving tonight, man.
They was moving.
Like I said, the ball moved around.
People were moving.
No, did you pay attention to AJ Griffin? How much he was moving across the yard?
Oh yeah, people were moving tonight.
AJ was everywhere. Bogey was everywhere.
AJ always moves.
Hold on. Let me see if I recorded this. I recorded it. Yeah, people were moving.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, you need to do how you break down the Matt Ryan tapes. You need to break down the Hawks tapes, dog.
No, let me say.
Yeah.
Go ahead, analyst.
What I'm gonna say is gonna sound a little expired, but
talk. Go ahead and talk, man.
Listen. First off, let me talk about this movement, right? We passed the ball tonight, right? It was moving, guy to guy. Okay, but here's the thing: we ran the pick and roll, still a decent amount tonight. I thought it was Devon would look sad. Anyways, I thought the pick and roll. I thought it worked a little bit better tonight. But listen. If we play this well with us, if you all call that having ball movement or having action, then that's just a glimpse of what Matt and I be talking about with actionable plays that we can run with our actual group that's complementing their strengths. We can play, if not like this, very similar to this every single night. Okay, and let me say this. Let me say this because I gotta address this because y'all. I knew Gerald was gonna come in here and talk about Nate and all that stuff. let me say this. Let me say this. When we lose, this become a new segment as part of a show talking about how Travis didn't construct a very good roster.
Yeah,
I didn't hear no one tonight. Talk about how the roster he put together played well. When it don't play well, it go to Travis.
Y'all trying to get y'all shit out, man.
Hold on, no. The manalist is more I think when Damon says the team ain't constructed well, he talking about in terms of winning the championship, not winning that said game that night.
Me and Damon talked about this earlier. I'm bringing up being petty right now. You know, I
got you.
I feel like it's not. If you had more,
who you putting the frame on?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
What was the question? Can I who?
No, he didn't ask you nothing.
He didn't drop back in this motherfucker. He didn't drop this.
What?
He didn't ask you nothing.
What he said?
Right, he said, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm talking about.
He's just jugging at you.
Oh
yeah, he said he was just being petty.
About the talent mess.
Yeah. We talk about how we don't have no talent when we lose. When we win, we ain't say nothing about.
I say the team is not good, and when I say that, I mean we're not good enough to win a championship. When I say we're not good, when I say the team is not constructed correctly or constructed poorly, you know exactly what I mean when y'all sit up here and complain. Man, we need a backup big. Man, we need another point guard because he didn't construct the team correctly. We got a bunch of dudes who all play the same positions. Okay, except the ones we need improvement at. You feel,
bro?
But
listen, guys tonight showed me that we got a lot of point.
What tonight should have showed you is what happens when somebody don't stop the ball. Trey is a ball.
We also see what happened when we ain't got Collins taking threes and Hunter taking contested.
Collins only take the threes because the stupid coaching staff tell him to do it.
Oh, nah, see, now we going to Nate.
Bro, I always say, tell John to stop shooting the threes. He's shooting them because the coaching staff tell him to shoot the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So,
I agree.
I got a question on this.
They
Go
give
ahead,
him the green light to shoot
All right.
that doggone 3-pointer.
All right.
And see,
bro. You're
this,
shooting 22% from three. You don't have a green light. They need to take that away.
well, hey, well, look.
Make it yellow.
This is the problem. This is the problem. And I go back to Nate, just like everybody else does here. Okay, if you're not hitting that shot and you keep trying to shoot it, it's up to you, coach. Get that man. Come here, son. Next time you take that down and sit him right there. Sit him right there. Next time you take that shot, you're not going back in. I'm gonna pull you right back out again. And I don't care.
But
Like
I mean,
yeah,
John,
because the
You-
question,
but
But
they
hold
he,
on,
you
hold
can't.
on, hold on.
That don't make sense, John.
The question is
John,
right
they
now.
tell him to shoot it.
They
don't
told him to
shoot
take
it.
it. You
hold
can't.
up, hold up. The question is right now. The question is right now. You had this success tonight with scrubs off the bench, and I'm saying scrubs in a figurative way versus your starters. Where do you go from here?
Back
Where do you go
down to
from here?
reality.
You can't, bro.
Yep.
Listen,
Come on now, man.
That's exactly what we do. Hey, you gotta keep it, bro. This the only move.
Y'all can hype
The
off
only
of
move you
Nate
can
Ball
do. The only
movement.
thing we can really do. Only thing you can really do is maybe trade Collins. Trey is never going to get traded. You cannot trade Trae Young. If you trade Trae Young, we will be the jokest organization of all time. They're
Why
gonna
would
sit
you
there
even
and
want?
say,
Why would you even want to trade him?
I'm just saying, they'll look at us like we crazy. Be like, you traded Luka for Trey, and then traded Trey, and now you have nothing to show for but some bullshit. So he ain't going nowhere. So guess what's gonna happen? We got the same Hawks basketball that you saw before tonight. That's what you about to get. That's exactly what you're gonna get.
Exactly,
And,
exactly. You might get a couple more passes per possession.
and it ain't gonna change until Trae Young matures and understands that, hey, I don't need to do all this work. I don't need the ego. I don't need the accolades.
Work smarter, not harder.
From random fans. I need what's going to affect my legacy. I need to win the game. I need these games to be won. That's what they need to say. When you think about the greats like Michael Jordan, don't nobody say, hey, they don't care. They don't care how many game-winning shots he had. They care about 6 finals MVPs. They don't care who took the last shot. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
Oh, okay.
And what else? You know what else about Trae? What they need to do? No one cares if he played 10 years, 15 years, and averaged 25, and he could average 25 and 10, and no one would care if he don't win no title. Look how they treat Dominique Wilkins. They will put him. He can barely make the top 75 of the NBA. Strictly, he don't have a title. Look how they clown Charles Barkley, former league MVP. Clown him, no title. So Trae need to get that. I gotta get my 30. You need to win
those
the
two
game.
different circumstances, Damon. Those two different circumstances.
He need to win the game. He gonna get the credit. If he averaged 18 and 12, he's still gonna get the credit. If we
True.
So Damon, did you have problems with how he played against Orlando?
You say he needs to mature. And see, the time is ticking. Time is ticking.
And you know what?
It's true.
You know what I saw tonight? You know why them players come down the court and just stand there? Because they don't know what the fuck Trae gonna do with the ball. Because he gonna, let me tell you,
That's what I was saying about Vic.
You know what you didn't see tonight? You didn't see one person dominate the ball, dribbling 15 seconds, in, out, pick. No, you saw ball get passed. They'll hold that ball, 2 or 3 dribbles, pass the ball, or shoot the ball. You didn't see nobody hold that ball tonight. So
nope.
So now, you know what you saw? People was running around. You can't sit here and tell me you didn't see people running around on both ends of the court.
No, but Damon, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if we had a system.
People movement and ball movement tonight.
But imagine if we had a system that capitalized.
Matt, even if you got the system, Matt, if you got a ball stopper at the point guard, the system not going to come to 100% fruition.
But
It's the point.
That part.
But Gerald, don't a pick and roll with no. I mean, I get why we ran the pick and roll in the beginning because we had shooters. So if you're going to space the floor out and run that pick and roll, he's coming off the pick and roll, making reads, throwing it to shooters. We don't have them shooters anymore, or hasn't had them so far this season. So why are you still predominantly running the pick and roll that requires great shooters for him to make reads off of? Because if he was running the pick and roll and you have making reads off the pick and roll, the dudes cutting to the basket, that's different. That's what I'm at more so what I'm asking for. This is standstill. You don't have to.
But the thing is, man, we don't have an offense where you can really navigate and say like, oh yeah, we're having problems because we're running the pick and roll and we don't have shooters. You know what I'm saying? Or basically predicate that to the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like it really ain't that no more.
No, but so here's a piggyback, Matt. I wanted to say something real quick. So what was the number one play that Denver ran tonight? They ran it like 70 times.
They ran quite a few plays.
No, they didn't. No, what was their first action was the DHO.
Yeah.
Their main action was the DHO with Murray and Jokic. The reason why they can run it and it looks efficient every single time, number one, after seeing Jokic, he got to be one of the best screen setters in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Because
he's 6.
That don't matter. It's people bigger than him that can't set a screen. What a damn!
It's just all wrong. You telling me he can't set a screen?
So what?
Y'all tell me.
He plays his role.
Man, it's different with Clint because Clint's not an outside threat. Jokic is a threat as soon as he passes half court. So that's why their DHO is a lot more effective. You can't just key in on one guy. With Clint, he's more effective at the rim, with the alleys. That's why that's why we do the pick and roll with him.
But I'm saying, Gerald, what I'm saying is
to run these plays that you want, Matt, you gotta have people that's willing to do the little things. Like we don't have anybody that can really set screens. We don't have solid screen setters and stuff like that.
Here we go.
Man, come on, man.
Gerald, what gives you evidence that? Because the only people who setting the screen.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it don't work.
Was Jared Coleman not just doing the little stuff tonight?
He was. Yeah, he was. I'm saying as a whole during the season. Now look, Matt. The reason why I know that we don't have good screen setters is because when we run horns, we might succeed in the horns play maybe 1 out of 5 times.
You know
that
why,
tells you right there that the screen is not getting the guy open.
But Gerald, you know why?
I just told you why.
No, that's not why. That's not why. Because even Nate and his predictability goes back to his predictability. Like everybody when they come up the court, Gerald, we all know they're about to run.
No.
We all know
before you even go, man. No, man.
Hold on. Hey, so hold on.
Y'all here with the Nuggets announcement before the game.
I can close my eyes and tell you when they're gonna run horns because Trey is bringing the ball. He's slow, bringing the ball up the court on the right hand side, and everybody's standing there, but the one dude who's running horns.
Matt, that's not the point. It's the execution of it, not the predictability of it. I knew every single time when Jokic was gonna do the DHO with Murray, and every time he handed the ball off to Murray. He set an A1 ass screen. Murray damn near could have took the damn jump shot every single time he got the DHO. Because Jokic set such a good ass screen.
But Gerald, what about the times they ran the DHO and then they ran a cross screen off the DHO behind at the rim in the dunker spot? It got Bones Highland open or got Aaron Gordon a shot at the rim.
They didn't have that many open shots tonight, bro. So I don't even know where you going with that.
They didn't have that many
open shots. They didn't have that many open shots tonight. You talking about one snippet of the game, bro? I'm saying over the whole.
That's when they made the adjustments.
So hold on.
Well, so what you ain't gonna make the adjustments for like 1, 2, or 3 shots, bro.
What did they do in the fourth quarter then?
I'm not saying we didn't play defense. I'm saying they made an adjustment in the third quarter to the defense that we were playing.
I'm saying the shit that they did the
adjustments didn't
hold
carry
on.
over. They got back into the game because of adjustments.
Right. So hold on. So how did we break the game back over then? We had the counter.
No.
We had the counter.
Hey, level analyst, what you finna say, bro?
Yeah, I was just finna say that. What you finna say, analyst?
No.
Hey, level analyst, what you finna say, bro? You lost your train of thought.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm not, Gerald.
We had to break this up. They was like going back.
Gerald, I'm not saying
I lost my train of thought. Yeah,
Gerald, I'm not saying Nate didn't do his job tonight. I'm just saying it doesn't look like he does his job often. That's all. Against the good
look,
team.
man, look. Tonight we don't know shit. Like I said, I know analysts disagree.
Don't do it, King.
Overall. Hold on. I know what he was in Indiana. I know what he was in Portland. But what I'm saying though is, as far as any type of implementation of from a coach's standpoint on this team, we don't know yet. Because he stepped in as an interim, and then he stepped in as a head coach, and then that shit kind of fell flat in the first 10 to 20 games. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what the hell we was getting. We still don't know what the hell we getting. And I say that because our star player, whether we like it or not, and we don't hate Trey, but our star player controls and dictates our offense. Period. We don't know what we're getting with Nate McMillan yet. So if everything today is true,
let me ask something real quick, fellas. What people ain't said tonight is we caught a good ass team off guard, bro. We caught them, and our shots were falling. And we caught a good ass team off guard. They thought it was gonna be a cakewalk, and they came in and got surprised. What people don't realize is a lot of times that happens with good teams. You know what I'm saying?
Shame on them.
I ain't trying to hear that, Mark.
Same thing happened in Houston. So
hey, Mark,
I ain't trying to hear that because if we got we don't get that excuse.
That's what I said an hour ago.
Right.
That's cool though. But we can acknowledge it.
I remember I was gonna say. I remember I was gonna say. Thanks.
And we also rebounded. Nobody said that either. We out rebounded them by 10.
I didn't even know that.
We out rebounded them by 10.
Thanks.
Hey, y'all said that. Y'all said it in the pre-show.
So it's either one or two things. Then you see the one or two things. The East is better than the West in teams, and that's what it is. Or we caught a team off guard and we played a good ass game, and like somebody said, we got talent all the way down the roster. But
I think like what we did. Go ahead, John.
What I say though is that when you travel from west to east, that jet lag smoke.
But I ain't hearing that shit either. Bruh, I ain't hearing that shit either, bro.
Well,
I ain't hearing that.
Look, ho. It is a proven fact in football and in basketball. If you don't give yourself time to get adjusted to jet lag, you sluggish the whole doggone day. Now, hold on. I'm not saying that as an excuse for us winning. We just beat them tonight. We outshot them. We out-rebounded them. Something that we have never done. Because thing is, when Denver went on that run in the third quarter, usually we fold up. Usually we fold up, we don't respond, we don't come back. But
Nate adjusted.
No.
Come on, bro. Come on, Gerald.
Well, hey, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Hey, we won the game. A W is a W, and it would have been shame on us if we would have lost this damn game. Period.
Exactly.
No.
Y'all have been like, it's time for Nate to go. He need to go tonight. He don't need to get on the flight.
Because like Mario just said, when we play another good team and we don't catch them slipping one night, I just think we're not going to see shots.
I don't like that. But I don't like that we. We play OKC at home. I don't like the fact.
Now, this win tonight will be validated by what we do against OKC because you know what we'll do. You know
not
what
only
we'll
that,
do.
it's
We'll win a game like this.
more importantly, it's how we play against Oklahoma City. How we play. Do we have this ball movement that y'all said we had tonight?
Did we play with good habits? Did we play with good habits? That's what I talked about in the Orlando game. And I said, hopefully it carries over to the Denver game. I did see a lot of good habits tonight as well that we did in the Orlando game. So hopefully we keep building on those good habits. And I mean, we're gonna roll with the pick and roll. That's what we do. But everything else, is it good habits, mainly decision making, stuff like that. With Murray, I like him in the pick and roll because he can shoot over a lot more people than Trey can. Like Murray can get to his spot in that mid range, and he damn near automatic. Like he damn near just as good as John from the mid range.
Right. That's what Trey need to work on. That's what Trey need to work on right there. Trey need to work on the mid range. Trey need to work on getting the mid range shot, bro.
I think he got a mid range shot though so far.
No, he don't.
To Gerald's point,
though, he don't shoot a lot.
To Gerald's point though, I think what needs to happen though is we can run the pick and roll, but it needs to happen like what happened tonight. It don't need to be like you dribbling the ball for like 10 to 15 seconds, bro, and then want to pass it like with 5 seconds left. That shit needs to stop.
You right.
These like when Trey is in the game, the only time DeJounte gets the ball, and this kind of goes to Matt's point, anytime DeJounte gets the ball, it's rarely pick and roll, it's ISO.
Exactly.
For him to get to it. Now he still get to his spots, but he has to work a lot harder to get to his spots. Tonight he used tonight.
Easy.
Well, tonight all he really need is the pick and roll. He can get this spot anyway. But if he uses his help with Clint to actually get to that mid range, and now he's kind of uncontested, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot easier.
He don't do that.
And then by the way, again, it may be a little expired, but Matt G did remind me what I was saying earlier. I was gonna say that did y'all hear Denver's commentators before the game started?
What happened?
When they said Coach Malone told his guys before the game started, he said, we got to prepare for them to run 1,000 pick and rolls tonight. He said they gonna run 1,000 pick and rolls tonight. And guess what? The commentators was like, "Oh, there's another pick and roll." I was like, "Bruh."
Cleveland said the same. The commentators said the same thing.
And look, but here's the thing though. When you have, even though you don't like the identity, we do have an identity. When you have an identity, hold on, let me finish. When you have an identity, everybody's going to say, well, you know they're going to run this shit the whole time. Hopefully we stop it. It ain't but probably 4 or 5 teams that ain't like that.
But Gerald, to me, an identity is you're a 3-point shooting team, you're a 2-point shooting team, you're a fast break team. Like that's an identity. A pick and roll is not an identity.
Now,
how the hell is not if people are identifying what we do?
Yeah, that's all it is, man. It ain't like something that got to be complex. We're a pick and roll team. We score a lot of our points in the paint, and we get to the free throw. We take care of the ball. That's our identity right there. Those 3 things. You identify your identity is what you do well and what you do often. All you got to do is look at the stats.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't that just fall into attributes and okay?
It's the same thing.
Hold on. Let me put it like this. If somebody asks you, what kind of team is the Atlanta Hawks? Well, the Atlanta Hawks, Trey Young. Oh, well,
I'm not gonna. You mean on offense? You say Trey Young.
Regardless of the team. I'm talking about the team. If somebody said, "What is the Atlanta? What is the Atlanta Hawks?" They go like Trae Young goes.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with
That's
that.
true. I mean, it is what it
I agree with
is.
that.
Like, if I'm looking at the Atlanta Hawks and I say, okay, they're a pick and roll team, but like, what else? Like, what else are they? Like the pick and roll.
I told you what it was. I said they're a pick and roll team that takes care of the ball usually, and they pretty good in the paint.
And see that would be
that's our identity right there.
Okay,
that would be a description of their attributes, and you
Yeah,
could
like, that's
say
what-
you
that's
could
not an
say
identity,
that's
though.
a description of their offense too. That you could say that now. I
John,
coming to think of it,
let
you
me
could.
say it.
I mean, that's real. I mean, it is what it is. It's that point, like, and we can win off
I
that
don't know.
shit.
To me, that's not an identity.
But
That is in football. You would go ahead.
Let's throw something else in there. What's Charlotte's identity?
I have no clue.
What's the wait a minute.
No, Charlotte,
What's the Lakers' identity?
LeBron?
No, wait, no.
Street clothes.
The Lakers' identity is what Gerald. Hey, Gerald. Wait a minute.
See where I'm going with this? Okay.
LeBron is street clothes.
Hold on.
What's Miami's identity?
They defend very well. They defend very well on the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they're gonna get good shots no matter who they play. But us, like a pick and roll, like that's not telling me anything. Like, okay, you run a pick and roll, but like
I just gave you a whole
I know, Gerald.
compound.
I know, Gerald. You said we run the pick and roll, we don't turn the ball over, and we score a lot of points.
We good in the paint, yeah.
Because see, really, what you're describing is a scouting report.
Because okay,
that's the identity.
No, that's the scouting report. Because because of them doing these things, you construct an offense or defense to counter what these people do. Okay, but is that an identity? Because see, everybody, there are about 20 teams that have that same quote unquote identity. It's nothing that sets them apart.
Hold on. But it's two different identities with our pick and roll. And we saw it tonight. We got one identity with our pick and roll with Trae. He holds on to the ball too long. This ain't even knocking Trae, but he may hold on to the ball too long and then pass it off late. When we have the pick and roll without him, it's a very fluent, more offense that a lot of teams ain't seen. So you got two different variations.
Okay,
you saw that tonight with Murray, and you saw that.
You know what?
It's two different ways to play it, man.
So you said tonight we ran more.
We still ran a pick and roll tonight. It just wasn't as much as we usually do with Trae.
But so Matt, when they asked, when I think you asked what's Miami's identity, and you said that they're going to get an open shot every time.
A good shot.
You labeled a good shot. You labeled something that they do very well. That's the same thing as what I just said.
No, okay, like for instance, like
identity.
Yeah, but okay, like for instance, like let me try to think of a team like the Jazz, right? Even though that dude just got there, they're going to play hard every night. They're going to play smart. They're, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get good shots. You know what I'm saying? That's an identity. Like they're gonna play hard.
That's not identity.
Yes, that is an identity. But I'm saying you're describing
a scouting report.
Play. You're describing a play like a pick and roll is not an identity. Playing smart, playing hard.
So you know what? I might be so in football terms, when we talk about what's our identity? Do you want to be a run first team or do you want to be a pass first team? And when we say, all right, what's the Falcons' identity?
Run first.
Run the ball.
Run the ball.
But he's also creative. So
no, run the ball. It's running. That's our bread and butter.
It's run the ball. We labeled what the Falcons do best. I'm going off of the same thing when we talk about what's the Hawks' identity.
But you wouldn't say the Falcons are also they play hard, they play
No,
smart.
you don't take
that's not identity.
The identity is something that's solid and singular.
Exactly.
Yeah, it gotta be. It's something very explicit. It's not opinion. Exactly. It's like
Damon, what's your take, Damon?
On which part?
Because
The identity
Yeah,
I don't know.
of this team?
yeah.
I know, you already know what I'm gonna say. We soft, bro.
Jesus.
Do you think the pick and roll is an identity?
He
Come
right
on.
now. He right. We are soft. We
We are
finesse.
soft, man.
We are
We
finesse.
are soft. But you
We
know
are
what?
finesse.
I'm gonna give
I think that's a characteristic, though.
Hey,
That's-
tonight,
Yeah.
tonight they showed one part, man. Nate McMillan, I ain't never seen him that animated on the sideline, man. Like toward the end of the game.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
he was really freaking coaching right there, bro. Like,
Hey,
Them
man.
motherfuckers slept on me. I
and
got
like
something for that.
it's like he demanded some respect right there, man. Like, I just thought that scene was so weird. I was like, wow, he's really
What
into
quarter
it.
was
Like,
that in? When was that?
Come
in?
on,
it's fourth
man.
quarter.
Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Fourth
And-
quarter.
Like I said, I did see him moving over there.
I saw a little bit, but y'all telling me Trae
You didn't
Young,
see him on that whiteboard in that
y'all
timeout.
telling me Trae Young has
Bruh.
that great of an influence?
Yes.
Bruh,
Yes. Yes.
Matt.
Yes,
The only person that makes more than Trae Young on the whole payroll is the fucking owner.
No. That's all
What?
I'm saying. I'm saying no.
But
I'm saying,
bro, even without the money, the fucking step back threes that this dude take, bro. Ain't nobody else in the league doing that stupid shit.
no, I'm
In
talking
bad
about,
moments.
No.
He got the ultimate green light, cuz.
Luka do it all the time.
I'm talking about.
Luka do it all the time.
Missing.
Who?
Trae is
I'm talking about.
missing.
And
I'm
Luka
talking about the
missing.
rotations. I'm talking about.
And
the
that's
rotations.
Luka.
I'm talking about how you
Yeah,
coach the
yeah,
other dudes.
yeah.
Right.
What does
Trae
Go
Young
ahead, Matt.
missing the step back three. That's what makes it look so
Go-
bad
go-
because he's out there by himself. He'll take
Right.
that like he gonna hit it and miss it. Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
And that's exactly
we
the point.
we got 2 minutes. We're gonna do MVP.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Start it off.
Oh, MVP. I want to go with Murray, but I'm gonna go with Travis.
What the f-
There you go.
Player.
We got him here.
No. Y'all be taking Travis as a bum. Take him as an MVP. There you go.
I'm
Right
gonna
there.
go with the guy who put this team together. Who some said this team was. I know what you're saying, Devon. That we're not a championship team. I agree with you, but this team showed tonight that they have a lot of guys who can contribute if given opportunity and confidence.
All right,
So
Tate.
I'm gonna give
And
the
Travis
dude
we trust.
who
All right,
orchestrated the
Tate.
process. I'm gonna give him.
All right, we got a minute and a half. We got a minute and a half, Matt. Oh,
That's it.
who go next?
I'm going Trae Young.
What?
By
All right.
him not being there tonight.
All right, who else?
I go next because that's what I was gonna say. Trae Young. Sometimes you need chaos to bring forth some truth to the life. Go ahead.
Analyst.
So I was gonna go with Murray, but man, AJ looked like he was that dude tonight. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with AJ. But listen, my backup unsung is Travis.
All right, who ain't went? Yeah, I go last.
I got AJ.
I'm gonna go all-star style and I'm say the benchmark, get the MVP for me because everybody stepped up, man, and played their ass off.
Good
All
point.
right, and then mine will be I think mine will be DeJounte McMillan.
Bruh.
I take that.
Bruh.
They got us Friday. I can have
said
a
Onyeka Young the other night.
Hey, you got Damar, you got 20 seconds.
All right, y'all. Hey, thanks for tapping in. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody on the panel. I'm on my phone, so I couldn't post nothing, so I'm just chilling. But hey, check us out after the next game, Hawks Post Game Live. We here all the time, man. Thanks for the support. Peace.
All right, 1 second.